Okay, for STEM-inspired students all over the world, FIRST not only boosts confidence and career opportunities, but it allows students to expand their minds and abilities in the world of science and technologies. On April the 16th, students will have their chance to showcase their incredible inventions at the FIRST Championship. And to tell us more about his incredible project, we want to welcome Shiva, a student and member of the Up a Creek Robotics team. Shiva, it's good to have you. Look at you, you get to not be in school this morning and you get to come on Colorado and Company and talk about this. Well, before we get into your incredible project, tell us how you got started with FIRST and how it impacted you.
Yeah, of course. So I got started with FIRST when I was in 4th grade. Back then, it was just about tiny Lego robots. I got to learn the fundamentals of robot design, how to use different motors and sensors to create a robot. So that was the start of it. I was so interested by it that I've been doing FIRST every single year since then. We've built up from these tiny Lego robots, which is something known as FIRST Lego League, essentially the base level of FIRST, into now the highest level of FIRST, which is FIRST Robotics Competition. We now build robots which are 120 pounds, and at full extension, our robot this year is taller than you and I. So they are really, really big robots. Yeah.
Okay, see, when you see kiddos like Shiva, this is when you know who's doing these great things in the world. Now, tell me about Up a Creek and the project you guys worked on. I mean, it's so neat that you started even from 4th grade.
Yeah, I mean, so our team is very large, but for this year specifically, or any year, FIRST Robotics, like the heads of it, they create the game that we need to design our robot to meet. So this year, I think I can point out, this is one of our game pieces, like an 11-inch PVC pipe, which is a pretty large diameter. This is something they called Coral. It's a water-themed game, so this is our Coral, and we needed to score these coral onto a different rods to make like a coral reef, and we get a certain amount of points by doing it at different levels. The other game piece is the algae. So this is the 2 game pieces that we had this year. What we chose to do this year is we decided to prioritize this game piece because we felt like it would give us more of an advantage and give us more points, and that's why we chose to really pursue this, because in the project that we do each year, we need to scope how much we do, like in any engineering project, and last year we bit off a little bit more that we could chew, so we decided to only choose one thing, but we're really, really good at it. So that's
my goodness.
We did this year.
Again, I look at you guys and I'm in awe of what you can make based on something small, where you start and where you end up, right?
Yeah.
So obviously you couldn't bring the robot.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, it's too big to bring here to studio, but we do have some pictures that we want to show you. Tell me about this, Shiva, and the process to get to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge process. So in January, essentially like 8 weeks ago, when they told us our kind of spec or the game and the rules and everything, we got together as a team of 72 students and really nitty-gritty looked at all of the rules and planned out the different archetypes and mechanisms. It was a very long process. We were essentially together for a weekend from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. just working through everything.
Goodness.
But it all paid off because we planned out a very robust robot that even if we drop off of like a table, it won't break because of all the rigorous testing that we've done to it. This robot, like I said, with all the planning, we start with just a base architecture of what we want to do. Then we get into something where we design the robot with CAD sketches online. And I can show one of the parts that we have here today. This is our origami ramp, and essentially what we do is we can feed that white PVC coral piece into our robot using this ramp. This is definitely our most creative thing about our robot.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Because it folds up, it can, but it's also very robust even though it's very flimsy. So this was something that we got help designing by one of our mentors who works on creating foldable solar arrays. And she was able to give us a lot of tips and advice on how we can create something like this to work in our robot.
Oh my goodness. Okay, and before I let you go, you do have the competition coming up, right?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so our competition is in the weekend of April 16th to April 19th. It's called the First Championship each year. So we've already actually gone to 2 competitions this
Okay,
year.
so this is your 3rd time.
Yeah, so
Okay.
at those 2 competitions, if you win, you get to qualify to something called the First Championship, where teams all over the world qualify to.
Okay.
It's kind of like the highest honor, and it's something that we set a goal, like we really want to go to the First Championship this year.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, so we're all excited. We're working on our robot daily, making sure that it's ready to compete against a lot of really good teams.
Good luck to you, Shiva. Thank you so much for being with us today, and we can't wait to see how you do, and I'm sure it's going to be wonderful.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, everybody, we want to wish Shiva and his team good luck in the competition. We will be rooting for you for sure. First is the world's leading youth-serving nonprofit Advancing STEM Education. To learn more about the work they do or to get your teen involved, visit firstinspires.org.